What kind of condition was it when you got it?
Motor was blown, clutch was shot, brakes were shot, suspension was shot. If there was a problem, you can imagine with a small Japanese car that was 25 years old, I had it.
Hi, my name is Steph, and this is Build of the Week. Scott brought this MR2 back from being something he was this close to scrapping into something that's now really special. Over the years, he's made it his own through an engine swap and other just simple mods that you should maybe try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
Okay, in fairness, he does like being the only one.
When Scott got his Toyota MR2, it was total garbage. He acquired it through a series of Craigslist trades and nothing worked, so he wanted to scrap it. Thankfully, his wife was the voice of reason. She loved the little car, so he made it work. The second-gen Toyota MR2 is a modern classic with sleek 90s design, rad T-tops, and a nimble, well-balanced chassis. And it's also affordable, a true rarity among mid-engine sports cars. The MR2 only ever came with a smaller inline-4, but there's no need to stick to stock when you start off with a throwaway. A 3-liter V6 from a Japanese market Toyota Wyndham went in the I-4's place, and now Scott has the only steel mist gray V6 MR2 that we know of in the world. It's so smooth and so well done that we're confused why Toyota didn't add a V6 to begin with.
Why did you pick an MR2 to start with?
I don't know if I picked it or it picked me. The car kind of fell in my lap through a series of trades, and I came very close to scrapping it. And I said, you know what? Maybe I'll just build it. And for 5 years, I have dumped way too much time and money into this car. And now I have a really fun, loud, fast little car.
What kind of condition was it when you got it?
Motor was blown, clutch was shot, brakes were shot, suspension was shot, tire rods were shot. I mean, if there was a problem, you can imagine with a small Japanese car that was 25 years old, I had it.
Those move pretty well. I do like that. It's like a little go-kart. It's awesome. At what point did this car go from being like the piece of garbage that you almost got rid of to something that was really yours and felt like your car?
About halfway through the motor swap, I really started to say, hey, you know what, this might be a cool car. This might be something for me.
You might as well just kind of go off all out and stuff a V6 in it.
Several months and thousands of dollars later, when I drove it for the first time, I knew that I've got the only 3-liter MR2 in the world.
The beauty of something like this that was almost just garbage when you bought it, you can beat the snot out of it and not care. So it's almost like you ended up with a better deal, so you're not tempted to garage queen it. You're not tempted to care. So you got your Porsche wheels, at least. And you were using them, so that's good.
I was telling you, this is my not a Porsche.
Yeah.
It's as close as I'll ever come to owning a 964. It's V6, not flat 6. It's water-cooled, not air-cooled. The motor's in the middle, not the back. But
the best Porsche in recent history had the engine in the middle.
Listen, that came in 718. Oh my God.
What else isn't stock on this?
So one of those seats is from a Scion FRS. Neither of the seats are stock. This was an OE leather car. I got the car without the leather in the trade. And the driver's seat looked like a tornado of cats had fallen into it. And
angry cats.
Tornado of angry cats.
Tornado of angry cats.
The steering wheel, obviously a much smaller steering wheel. I just put that in a couple days ago and love it. Shifter is a short shifter from one of the major MR2 companies that's out there.
Oh, cool.
It shortens up the throws by 30%, and it's changed the whole dynamic of shifting. It's tough to take somebody at their word when they say, especially the cars I've owned, this is my favorite car. But after driving it, could you see now why this would be my favorite car?
Yeah, I can see that. Because I drive a lot of like high horsepower things that don't have any like feeling to them.
This thing barely has an ECU. It still runs on a distributor. It is not coilover plugged.
I just like how manual everything is. I mean, I can feel kind of that pushback on the gas pedal. Why I stalled it, not gonna lie. But I haven't driven a car like that in a long time. And this is very like, I can feel what's going on with each of the pedals. It's very simple and manual and good, and you've made it.
Do you see my fancy pants taillights?
Yeah, so what's going on there?
They're just bulbs with repeaters in them. So when you step on it, flashes 4 times each time.
What were the biggest issues you had putting this car together? Were parts hard to find?
It was just a matter of time and money. I had a friend, he helped me with the wiring, he helped me get the motor installed. Did a fantastic job. I'll pop the lid, you can see. It looks factory back there. It looks like the E153 transmission that's in this is the same transmission that they put into Camrys, but they call it the E351 because the motor set, or the gear set is reversed. All this is a Camry backwards.
It looks like it belongs there.
It absolutely does.
I've got to see this, like, you said it was 17 feet of coolant?
There's 17 feet of coolant lines. So we've got the Megan coilovers up there, got the machine motor radiator. So the coolant line.
Nice adjustable ones too.
Yep, and they're maxed all the way out to stiff.
Yeah.
Because
Go-kart.
So mission motor radiator under the rustiest radiator brackets I could find. So if you see the radiator piping, it comes out right there. That's the inlet, and then the outlet's actually under here. See right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it runs all the way back to here.
This is the packaging concerns of a mid-engine car. You have to have the radiator up where it's getting lots of air and forced into it and cooling things nicely. And then you have a bunch of coolant lines that you hope don't burst. I like the Plastidip with the sparkles. This makes me happy. It's got metallic paint, you've got to match.
You can't imagine how much glitter.
I like glitter. I can't imagine how much glitter. What's next for this car?
You know, this car pulls down from 100 real fast. You stand on the brakes and it goes right down. Well, it can always be faster.
Yeah.
You know?
I like this line of thinking.
Just because I stop in 4 seconds doesn't mean I shouldn't stop in 3.
Yeah, and especially if you eventually put a turbo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that in the groundwork.
If I give you my wife's phone number, will you call her?